This video explains how companies can have a competitive advantage over their competitors. This means how they do better in terms of revenue growth, profitability, or productivity growth. We start the video by introducing some of the companies that stand out in their industries, which have a competitive advantage. Next, we present the main tools and strategies that companies use to achieve it. In almost every industry, we can find a company that stands out from the rest. In the automotive industry, we have Volvo with the most reliable safety systems in the industry. In online music, Apple is the one that stands out with 60% of the music downloaded from the market. Porter's competitive forces model is used for understanding competitive advantage. First, we have traditional competitors. This looks at their number and strength. The competition can be aggressive not only for the product price, but also for innovation and high-impact marketing campaigns. If competition is low, you will have high strength and good profits. New market entrants explain the easiness of entry into your market. If it takes little money and effort, or if you have a little protection for your key tech, then rivals can enter and weaken your position. Substitute products refers to the likelihood of your customers finding a different way of doing what you do. With more substitute products and services in your industry, less you can control pricing and lower profit margins. On the other hand, customer power grows if they easily switch to a competitor product or can force all competitors to compete for price in a poorly differentiated market where prices are instantly known, like for example in internet. When you deal with only a few customers, they have more power, but your power increases if you have many customers. Finally, the power of suppliers. The more different suppliers a firm has, the greater control it can exercise over suppliers in terms of price, quality, and delivery dates. The goal will be to understand how to master these competitive forces. For example, understand how information systems play for counterattacks of some of these. Using information systems in a way that gives customers the lowest price is the lowest cost leadership strategy. Walmart is a good example of this strategy. The company used sales data to capture at the checkout counter to determine which items have sold and needs to be reordered. Next, they send orders for new merchandise directly to the suppliers as soon as customers pay for their purchases. This process is called the Efficiency Customer Response System. Therefore, Walmart does not need to spend much money on maintaining large inventories of goods in its own warehouses. On the other hand, product differentiation is a market process of differentiating a product or services from others in the market to make it more appealing to the target audience. Information system has a big impact. For example, Andandi, a Portuguese customized footwear brand, offering men the ability to design their own shoes on its website. Information systems can also support focus on marketing niche strategies by producing and analyzing data for finally turn sales and marketing techniques. Finally, use information systems to make the link between suppliers and customers is the rule called straight customers and supplier intimacy. Strong links between suppliers and customers increase switching costs and loyalty to your firm. The internet is changing entire industries, forcing firms to change how they do business. The impact of the internet has had some negative impact on competitive forces. Like this, raises the bargaining power of customers who can find the lowest cost provider on the web. In threat of the new entrants, internet reduces barriers. On the other hand, increasing the number of competitors and reducing differences among them. However, the internet has also created brands with very large and loyalty customer bases, such as YouTube or Facebook. Internet of Things is an example of how the internet is changing competition. It's based on consumer and industrial devices are having chips inserted into them to collect and communication data between a user's different devices. For example, Apple recently released watchOS 6 with great exercise features. We can start workout by opening 12 different options like cycling or HIIT. Then you can analyze all results in specific applications on iPhone. Smart products can rise inhibit new entrants to a market because existing customers are well suited in the dominant firm's software. Finally, smart products may decrease the power of suppliers when hardware becomes less important than the software. The business value chain model helps identify critical points in how a company can use information technology most effectively to enhance its competitive position. The model views the firm as two activities. Primary activities are related with production and distribution of the firm's products and services. Support activities consist of organization infrastructures, human resources, or technology. Using this model, we can ask how information systems can help us improve relationships with our suppliers and customers or improve operational efficiency. Applying the BVC model, we will also consider benchmarking the business process against its competitors or others in related industries. This information can then be used to identify gaps in an organization process in order to achieve a competitive advantage. A value web is a collective of independent firms that use information tech to coordinate their value chains to produce a product or services for a marketing collectively. By working with their business partners, industry participants can use information technology to develop industry-wide standards for exchanging information. Some of the benefits include increased efficiency and perhaps raising entry costs. Synergies is a concept that the combination value and performance of the two companies will be greater than the sum of the separation parts. Information systems will help the merged companies to consolidate operations or lower retailing costs, achieving competitive advantage. Another way to reach this point using information system is to think about how can enhance core competency systems. Such systems may encourage existing competencies and help employees become aware of new external knowledge. Network-based strategies include network economies refers to the market situations where the economy value being produced depends on the number of the people using the product. The value of the Facebook to users increases greatly as more people use the social network. Virtual company uses networks to link people and assets with other companies without being limited by the physical locations. Lastly, the business ecosystems builds on the idea of the value web, the main difference being that a corporation takes place across many industries rather than many firms.